everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Venya and today's video is going to be about 12 things that I would love to buy zero waste, but that is just not possible for me to buy zero waste. In the zero waste movement, we often forget that there are certain items that some people just cannot replace with buying at a zero waste shop. And I'm not talking about preferences, whether you like the shampoo in the plastic bottle better than the shampoo bar from the zero waste shop. No, I'm talking about things that are just not available zero waste, and at least in my life I cannot replace with a zero waste option. And I think this topic is talked way too little about on the internet, and I want to open this up. So here come 12 things that I cannot really replace in the situation that I am right in now. At the moment you can't see it, but I am wearing glasses. I have very bad eyesight, so the only way for me to see properly and to function in my everyday life is to either wear glasses or contact lenses. While wearing glasses is kind of a zero waste option because you buy them and as long as they don't break, you don't need to buy new ones. It is also sometimes a very impractical one, especially when it comes to moving around, rain, snow, cold weather or sports. So a lot of reasons not to wear glasses. Once I broke 2 pairs of glasses within a month while playing volleyball. So that is very expensive. I cannot afford to buy new glasses every couple of months just because I'm incredibly clumsy and break it, and sometimes it's not even my fault. So what I do is I wear contact lenses. Contact lenses come in these super tiny plastic containers, the lens is in here, and you just open them up and use them. Then you put them into a plastic container and you have to use disinfecting liquid each night to clean them, so you can put them in your eye to keep it hygienic. I bet at some point it will be possible to buy these in a zero waste shop and in bulk, but at the moment this is not possible because this has to be sealed by the company, so it is hygienic and it is a disinfectant, so you do not want to put it from one container into the other. This one I bet you can use a zero waste thing, but the thing is when you buy these you get these for free, so you will get them anyway, and there is no way I can buy these without plastic. So unless at some point there is another solution for this, I will have to continue buying my contact lenses in little plastic containers. The second thing that I cannot avoid my use of plastic or buying of plastic is with medicine. Like, medicine always comes in like plastic or paper containers. This is like eye drops for my hay fever. This is an insect repellent or mosquito repellent, elastics, creams, band-aids, these tape for sports. All of this always comes in plastic. And although I try to avoid the use of medicine and pills as much as I can, sometimes you just have no other option than taking them, especially if you have a chronic illness, or sometimes you just need an aspirin to function and to go to work or to uni and study. So there is no option in not taking it. And this is something I would never avoid because this is when it comes to my health, and I value my health a lot more in this situation than the little bit of plastic that I'm buying. The next thing, you could say, okay, it is totally possible to avoid this if this is not part of your hobbies, and this is DIY and craft supplies. Again, it all comes in different forms of plastic. I like doing DIYs and crafts, and buying these is simply not possible without the plastic bags that comes with it. I'm always careful and mindful to buy the things that are wrapped least, and I prefer those, but it is just not possible. If you're a DIY and crafts person, you know what I mean. If this is not your hobby, totally fine. You can totally avoid this whole mountain of trash. The next item that I cannot avoid trash with is things that break easily. top of the list, pens. Like, they break all the time, they're empty, someone gives them to you, like advertisement, you know, like companies give you pens, and at some point they're empty and you just throw them away, and then you have this bit of plastic thing. These ones I all bought. Of course, you can switch to pencils only, which is only like a bit of wood if you sharpen them, but in reality it's just not possible. You need different pens for different tasks. So I try to have as few of them as possible, but it's just not possible. I try and use fountain pens and pencils as often as possible, but sometimes you just need a text marker or a permanent marker for the things that you're doing. Then something else I cannot avoid are stuff that just breaks naturally, like bike tires. I bike a lot, and whenever something breaks on my bicycle, then I just have to buy something new and trash the old thing. And there is just no way to buy this in a reusable form because they're just made out of plastic. Maybe at some point there will be an alternative, and I'll be the first one to try it, really. But until now, something I cannot avoid. Then a topic that some people might not want to talk about, but another thing that many people cannot avoid trash with is contraception. Whether it is you taking the pill or any kind of hormones, or I don't know, using condoms or all the other kinds of contraceptives. This is something you should never skip, just to avoid trash. Of course, there are some methods of contraception where you can avoid certain types of plastic waste, but to be honest, better be safe than sorry and just use the condom. The sixth thing is something that every girl or guy with long hair knows about, and that is hair ties. They break all the time, especially with long hair and you're using them a lot. I can go through like 1 or 2 of these a week because the rubber breaks and they're not elastic anymore, and at some point I cannot use them anymore, or they just rip. So what I decided to do is I am actually not regularly buying these. Of course, I try to wear my hair down as often as possible, but especially with working out and stuff, that is not possible for me at most of the times. So what I do is I try not to buy these, but people tend to lose them a lot on the street. So whenever I see one, I take it home, I wash it properly, disinfect it, and then I use it for myself. Maybe this seems gross to you, but I don't know, it saved me quite a lot of money over the years. And because I wash them and clean them, I do not see any point why I shouldn't do this. The 7th thing that I cannot avoid buying is batteries for several devices that I have. Nowadays, many devices come with rechargeable batteries that you just plug the device into the socket with via cable or something, but there is still more than enough devices that can only be used with batteries, like remote controls and stuff. So I definitely need batteries in my life. Of course, I could buy the rechargeable ones, but then I'd have to recharge them constantly and also buy the charging station for that. That would clutter up my space. So I just make sure that I recycle the batteries properly, and then I have no bad conscience about buying them from once in a while. One more thing, and I don't have anything to show you here because I just don't have anything right now, is presents for other people. Of course, if I am deciding on what to gift a person myself, I try to buy something zero waste. I tend to gift like shampoo bars, and I put them in reusable like little bags and stuff and make it all pretty and nice. Or I bake some cookies or do something myself, so where I can really save on plastic waste. But sometimes if a person has a specific wish for something, I am not the one who denies them that wish just because I have to buy as a plastic version of something. If someone really wants a specific board game, for example, and it is wrapped in plastic, of course I'm still gonna buy it because the item itself can be used their whole life if they like the game. And I would never stop buying a present for someone just because it is wrapped in plastic. The 9th thing that I have, and I do not have anything to show you here because I do not have any broken ones right now, which I'm happy about, is light bulbs. They break, they need to be replaced, and they have to be trashed properly, recycled properly. But also this is something that I really cannot avoid because I don't know if there's any other option for a light source except for light bulbs. The 10th thing, and something that I'm actually quite struggling with and I have a bad conscience about it, is reusable razors. So these plastic ones, the shaft is reusable, but the top things, as you can see here, you have to replace from, I don't know, you have to replace every once in a while, every couple of weeks, months. I bet you should replace them each month, but I don't do it because they're still sharp for me. Why I'm still using this kind of razor instead of a safety razor, which I've been thinking about a lot in the past, is because of travel. When I travel, I often travel with hand luggage only. And this kind of razor can be put into your hand luggage, and you can just take it with you on the plane. With the safety razors, you can't take them on the plane. So you could take the safety razor without the blade, but then wherever you go, you'd have to purchase a whole bag of safety razor blades and then just leave them there, because you cannot just buy a single one, which I would be happy to do, but you'd have to buy like 100 of them or 10, and you'd have to chuck 9 of them away just because you cannot take them on the plane. So the thing that I was thinking about is buying a safety razor just for my everyday life and for everything that happens where I live, and then just use this one to take on holiday with me. So I will maybe use 1 or 2 blades a year instead of 8 to 10. Who knows what the next thing is going to be? Yes, you guessed right. The plastic bags for your trash bin. You put this in and you put your trash in, so the liquids from the plastic trash do not go into the bin itself. I've been struggling with these. I definitely need these because if I do not put these into a bin, then I will have to replace the bin in a couple of weeks because it is going to start to smell. And even if I clean it like every couple of days, which is very, very time consuming, then it will still be gross after a while. And yeah, one thing to avoid these, of course, is to avoid plastic trash altogether and create a kind of lifestyle where you just have to compost your stuff. But again, for me, in my living situation, this is not completely possible. I try to avoid plastic waste as much as possible, but then again, I also kind of want to enjoy my life and eat the foods, especially that I'm comfortable with, and not only the things that I can buy in a zero waste shop. So I yet have to find an alternative to plastic bags. Of course, you can fold your own ones out of paper, but again, they can leak, and this is just not the option that I'm looking for right now. And then we come to the 12th and last thing that I have found no replacement with, at least in the area where I live, and that is supplements. I bet soon you can buy these at any zero waste shops in kind of tablet form or as a powder, I don't know. This is just like some magnesium, calcium, iron and vitamins that I take from time to time when I get cramps from running, for example. And they come in plastic containers. Sometimes I reuse these plastic containers, but lately I haven't found any use for them, so I just chuck them away, and they're very bulky and it's like very hard plastic, and this is not an ideal option, but this is something that I have no way to replace right now. But I think this is one of the things that will be available to everyone soon in the zero waste shops. This was everything for now. Is there something in your life that you just cannot replace by a non-plastic version, or that you find very difficult? I bet there are tons of things more, but these were just the things that I could think of right now. I hope they inspired you to go through and look through your life and see what else you can replace. I intentionally did not cover food in this video because this is a whole other topic. So of course there are some food items that I cannot replace by buying zero waste or from the zero waste shop. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and entertaining. have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.